For decades, Nigeria's skies were the domain of international giants, while local airlines barely held on. But then, one bold idea changed everything. This is the story of how, starting with just 7 planes, a single airline rewrote the rules and changed Nigerian aviation forever. Let's go back to Nigeria in 2013, a country where aviation was both full of promise and fraught with obstacles. Enter Alan Onyema, a lawyer and entrepreneur with a vision most thought was out of reach. But where others saw problems, Onyema saw possibilities. He spotted a glaring gap. International airlines weren't meeting Nigeria's need, and no one was building the kind of route network that could truly link Nigeria to Africa. With just 7 planes, Air Peace launched in October 2014. Behind it was Alan Onyema's real goal: to create jobs for young Nigerians, using aviation as a springboard for wider economic progress. The plan: make travel across Nigeria and Africa safer, easier, and more affordable. What looked like another small startup was, in reality, the start of something much bigger. Change came fast. In under 8 years, Air Peace pulled off what few thought possible, becoming Nigeria's largest domestic airline and reshaping the aviation landscape almost overnight. By linking cities and regions with frequent, reliable flights, it quickly became the airline of choice. Their "no city left behind" strategy brought a level of coverage Nigeria hadn't seen before. But conquering the domestic market was only step 1. Air Peace management knew that real growth meant investing in new planes and smart expansion. So they did, bringing their total order book to 28 planes, the biggest fleet commitment Nigeria's aviation industry had ever seen. As the fleet grew, so did the network. By October 2023, Air Peace was flying more than 20 domestic routes, as well as 8 regional and 5 international destinations. Moving from domestic leader to international contender meant competing on a whole new level. On March 2024, Air Peace launched direct flights from Lagos to London Gatwick, becoming the only Nigerian-owned airline on this critical and lucrative route. A direct challenge to the status quo. As a result, it set off one of the fiercest price wars aviation had seen in years. For years, flying from Lagos to London meant paying a steep price. Major foreign airlines like British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and Lufthansa routinely charged up to $2,000 for an economy seat and way more for business class. Despite being about the same distance as New York to London, tickets from Lagos cost 3 times as much, and this went unchallenged for decades, leaving Nigerian travelers with little choice but to pay what many saw as outright exploitation. This was the status quo Air Peace broke. Instead of matching the old prices, they slashed it, establishing their round-trip economy ticket just under $800, and business class saw the same shakeup. Air Peace's round-trip economy fare was now less than what some airlines charge for a one-way ticket. And the airline didn't stop there. Nigerian students in the UK got a 15% discount, and economy travelers received 2 free 23-kilogram bags, tailored perfectly to what local passengers actually wanted. Foreign airlines didn't take this lying down. Their response was immediate. Within weeks, global carriers began slashing fares in a price war so intense it caught even industry veterans off guard. Even airlines not flying the direct route joined the fray. In some cases, tickets were now more than 58% cheaper. The sheer speed and scale of these price drops gave Air Peace CEO a reason to accuse foreign airlines of predatory pricing. He even went as far as suggesting a devilish conspiracy to push his airline out. But to face competitors' response, Air Peace leans on its biggest strength: a vast domestic network connecting over 20 Nigerian cities. This means travelers can fly from almost anywhere in Nigeria to London, all on a single ticket, something no foreign carrier can match, turning Lagos into a true gateway for the country. Air Peace's local edge can't be understated. They understand what Nigerian travelers want in ways foreign airlines simply don't. On board, passengers are served real Nigerian food, enjoy entertainment from local artists, and experienced a homely touch. Crucially, the airline let passengers pay in naira, removing the headache of currency exchange and keeping more money circulating in Nigeria. The impact of Air Peace route to London was instant and widespread. Suddenly, middle-class Nigerians, once priced out of international travel, could afford trips to London. But beneath the excitement, there were real questions about sustainability. Air Peace's own profits were being squeezed by the price war it had started. The company now faces new headaches, operational and regulatory challenges that stretches its systems to the limit. Rapid growth has outpaced infrastructure, leading to visible bottlenecks for both passengers and regulators. These problems come in many forms: delays, flight cancellations, strikes, and technical issues. The infrastructure just can't keep up with demand, and soon, various complaints started to pour in. Regulators added another layer of difficulty. Meeting Nigeria's complex aviation rules was tough enough, but as Air Peace expanded, international scrutiny increased. Things escalated when the UK Civil Aviation Authority flagged safety issues just months after the London route launched. On top of that, the airline CEO is entangled into legal and PR battles. All these factors together have undeniably resulted in a complicated and nuanced public image for Air Peace. Despite the setbacks, Air Peace presses on. The airline announced new routes to Johannesburg, Mumbai, Houston, and the Caribbean, aiming to connect Nigeria's diaspora worldwide. And it has the fleet to do so. It has more than 30 planes in operations as of 2025. This puts the company just outside of the top 5 African airlines in terms of fleet. But the big question remains about sustainability. Can the company sustain the constant pressure to meet international standards and the various tactics of its competitors, legal or not? Financial sustainability is another concern, but that is a topic for another episode. Whether Air Peace can keep growing will depend on its ability to adapt and navigate the tough regulatory and financial landscape ahead. The stakes are high for the airline and for the future of Nigerian aviation itself. What's your opinion on Air Peace? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you're curious about how these videos come together or want a say in what I cover next, check out my Patreon. It's free to join, and you'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how the channel runs. Links in the description.